You know, when you think of the Grand Canyon of the Colorado, 5 million people visit it, 27,000 people go down it every year. Its flow is controlled by technicians at dams. How often do we think, wouldn't it be wonderful to know those places as John Muir knew them? And the answer is you can, but you have to go to Canada. Our biggest canyon in Canada, our wildest and most dramatic canyon, is that of the Stikine River, the Grand Canyon of the Stikine. Incredibly, John Muir visited the Stikine in 1879, and he went up the lower third of the river. He was so enchanted he called it a Yosemite 120 miles long. Had he continued further up and followed the traditional trade route to the interior, he would have come to the most enchanted place of all, the Sacred Headwaters, or Klabona, where by a wonder of geography, 3 of the most important salmon rivers of British Columbia, the Stikine, the Nass, and the Skeena, are all born within very short proximity of each other. In a single long day, or perhaps 2, you can follow the track of white wolves and grizzly and drink from the sources of the rivers that gave birth to all the great civilizations of the Pacific Northwest coast of Canada. There are a number of industrial proposals that, if implemented, will guarantee an utter transformation of the landscape. Take, for example, Todagin Mountain, a wildlife sanctuary in the sky, home to the largest population of stone sheep in the world. Were that mountain to exist in any other corner of the planet, it would long ago would have been recognized as a wilderness heritage site, a national park. Instead, we have a situation where Canada's 75th largest mining company has secured permission to put an open-pit copper and gold mine right on top of the flank of Todagin. There are 4,000 copper mines in the world. To put one on top of Todagin Mountain is like drilling for oil in the Sistine Chapel. These places are the epicenter of one of the most extraordinary landscapes on Earth. There are places to put mines and there are places not to put mines. It's very important to realize that all the people involved in this conversation, no one is against mines. No one is against oil and gas. The issue isn't mines or no mines, it's how many mines, where, at what cost to the environment, at what pace, and for whose benefit. Because these aren't wild lands to the Tahltan. These lands are their kitchen, their community hall, their cemeteries, their sacred spaces. For the Tahltan to see this kind of industrial infrastructure imposed upon their landscape is really to imply the death of their people. So this is not just an issue of the environment, it's about human rights and human justice. I would love to see the fate of the Sacred Headwaters be an open discussion. It should be part of a referendum that is both national and international, because this is a place that really could be the sacred headwaters not only of all British Columbians and of all Canadians, but indeed of all peoples of the world.